Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm Dylan Olson, a solutions architect here at CADTalk. Today, I'm going to go over CADTalk and do a brief demonstration here. So, CADTalk is an integration solution for taking EBOMs from CAD programs, PDMs, PLMs, and transforming that information into a production-ready bill of material inside of ERPs like Acumatica. We were founded in 2006. We operate globally and are headquartered in Cincinnati. We serve customers on 6 continents. We have over 20 plus CAD integrations and over a dozen ERPs that we integrate with. So what we do, the biggest challenge that we're always trying to eliminate is minimize as much manual data entry from the engineering to manufacturing handoff, and with that, mitigate any risks that can come along with the manual data entry, but then also just kind of drive a little bit more job fulfillment because nobody really enjoys doing manual data entry for a living. And so our approach is with a configurable platform, meaning that CADTalk is an off-the-shelf software solution. We don't do any customizations to it, but it is fully configurable. So we can configure, any of your business processes that are needed to be enabled to go from CAD into ERP. How it works, so we pull that BOM, extract all the information from CAD, and then we kind of like query the ERP. So we're referencing Acumatica in this instance, and then transforming all of that data to put it in the correct structure, and then append any of that information from CAD with further details that would be needed to have, accurate stock items for procurement, manufacturing, inventory, and all of that. The key features are there's no custom coding. We do have bidirectional capabilities, intelligent part numbering, so where we're able to work with Acumatica. If you had specific number stacks that you had developed for what those stock items need to be numbered, we can enforce that same data. The real-time validation, we are working to the same validation rules that Acumatica has. So anything that you can't do in Acumatica, you are unable to do with CADTalk as well. And we're always staying up to date with all of the systems. So whether it's, the new releases of Acumatica or a new release of SolidWorks, that's why we do the configurable platform, where we're always able to maintain the integrations to those latest versions of all of the products. Why does this matter? Most of our customers are seeing 60 to 80% reduction in manual data entry. So that ends up equating to about $25,000 a year of savings per engineer, fewer errors, improving any rework that would have to happen due to, the handoff not happening at the correct times or things being missed. Faster production starts. So really eliminating that lead time of going from engineering to manufacturing. Engineers have more time to be innovative, and then a platform that grows with your business. So with CADTalk being a configurable platform, we always kind of start with that kind of crawl, walk, run approach and run continuous improvement projects with you throughout the year to be able to continue refining the rules that we have to enable more and more business processes as you are able to grow with CADTalk, or if it's at the time you're implementing Acumatica and what you learn more about exactly how you need things to be down the road, we're always able to help you with that. So now I will do a brief demonstration here. So here's Acumatica. I will log in. So now we're logged into Acumatica. We can tell because the login is no longer actionable, but the log off is, and I can even just load in stock items or non-stock items from Acumatica here. Today, I'm going to load a SolidWorks file. It's a multi-level structure, but nothing too complex. It's a gear train assembly with a bunch of shafts, gears, bearings, and so on. I get prompted for which configuration from SolidWorks I want to select. I'll select this 4-gear set one. So what CADTalk is doing now is extracting all that CAD data. So the structure of the assembly file that I'm loading, all of the components that are consumed inside of that, gathering all of the custom properties, configuration specific properties, cut list items and properties, and all of the information related to the model, and then transforming that by looking into Acumatica if any of these items exist already, and if they do, what do we need to apply to a new item, and what do we need to apply to an existing item. So if it's an existing item with a BOM, do we need to create a new revision of that BOM? Or are there other things on the stock items themselves that need to be updated? And that's where we would configure the rules for CADTalk to enable anything that would be needed to create stock items or non-stock items and bills of materials. So here, this is that gear stack assembly that I was talking about. We have the parent item. CADTalk is traffic light color coded, meaning that anything that is red does not exist in Acumatica yet. Anything that's green means it exists and matches. Then anything that's yellow has changes. So it exists in both systems, but there's things that are being changed on it. So here, if we click on this single block icon, this represents our bill of material line. So here we can see that that description of this material is changing and the quantity is changing as well. So again, I know I mentioned it earlier, but with CADTalk, we are working to the same validation rules that Acumatica has. So if we got rid of this description here, we'll see that we won't be able to save it, and we'll have the validation error saying description required. So I can put that back in. And once you've reviewed that everything in here is accurate and correct, we can say save. And now CADTalk is kind of working bottom up with creating all of these stock or non-stock items, depending on how it's set up and what's needed. And then going through adding the production BOM header, adding the operation, and then adding all of the materials to the BOMs as well. Then you'll see here in a second that everything will go from red, yellow, and green. Everything will refresh as green once it's all done here. So now everything's green. So we can go into Acumatica. I got logged out. Oop. What am I doing? Go to the bill of material here. If I searched it right, it would help, huh? So here we can see all of those BOMs that were created. We can look at that parent level one, see we added a revision, added the work center, and we have all of the bills of materials here. So is CADTalk the right fit for you? Whether you have 55 engineers or more than 50, one facility or operate in 10 different companies, complex business rules, or just need simple automation, we have solution packages for you. Thank you.